Welcome to Outback Outdoors. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.
I have always had a passion for the outdoors. I truly enjoy everything nature has to offer, and I have always tried to document that, whether it was through photography or film. The passion to tell a story and the love of the outdoors is what ultimately led me to Outback. When I started producing the show a couple years ago, my knowledge of bow hunting was little to none. Up to that point in my life, I had never harvested an animal with anything other than a gun. But seeing how passionate the guys were about the sport quickly rubbed off on me, and it wasn't long till I had my hands on a bow. Last year I had the opportunity to participate in some doe management with Adam on his place in Nebraska. On my second evening bow hunting, I successfully harvested my first animal with the bow. But more recently, I had the opportunity to join Joe of Rocky Mountain Ranches on one of his properties for a chance to come to full draw on my second animal, a pronghorn antelope.
Hear this, I've rode through howling hell and wind and snow and rain. I am oblivious to misery and pain, and that iron in your gizzard, it will never go away. So long as you got work to do today, and there's a monster on your back, son, get your guts up off the trail. We got a job to do, and I promise we won't fail. One day you'll learn your scars and all the fearlessness you lack. Don't worry about that ornery Charlie bull, the monster's on your back. There's a monster on your back. Show me the ways of horsemen, rope halter, snaffle, and boselle. Screw me down tight on the buckers. I wanna ride this colt through hell. Tell me the rough rider's secrets. Out of 911, your lad to go.
Well, it's August 31st, and me and Chris had some time to get out of the office. So we came to Craig, Colorado to hunt with Joe with Rocky Mountain Ranches. We got out here to look at the property this afternoon, just hang out, set up camp. Pretty good little thunderstorm came in and had a little grass fire start. Not even a quarter mile from where we're camping north of camp here. So the fire trucks came in, and Joe's out there with the shovel right now trying to help control some of it. So we're gonna get out of the truck, and we're gonna go up there and see if we can help out a little bit. Hopefully get this thing put out. It's sprinkling a little bit, maybe we'll get some rain.
Soft-mouthed and always looking for you. I see obedience in her eye.
It was good to see the rain roll in and help put the fire out. But since we were hunting a water hole for the next 2.5 days, this was not what we wanted.
Well, I guess we should have used the cover of smoke to get to the blind.
No kidding. Could have just got right in there.
Jingle bobs are singing out a tune. Just you and her until the sun sets here upon the far Hawaii moon. You are a modern contradiction.
It's supposed to be about 85 tomorrow-ish. Is that what it's been about?
It's been pretty hot, yeah.
I mean, Do you think there'd be quite a bit of dry out, or does this soil hold water for a little bit?
It's all clay.
Yeah.
It holds it. I figure we're going to have a few days of fun either way. We would hunt elk morning and night. Midday, I'll probably run around and do chores, and then it'll be late, but we get out here and set up camp late, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we'd stay, so that would be Tuesday night. So we'd hunt Wednesday. We'd stay Wednesday night, hunt Thursday morning if we had to.
Yeah.
And then we'd be
Let's
out of
do
here.
that.
Rope holder snaffling.
So after weighing out our options, we decided that it would be in our favor to let the Antelope country dry out and spend the next day looking for some elk at another property.
I wanna ride this cold through hell.
This segment brought to you by Kamsky Archery Solutions, maximizing your accuracy.
Well, it's the first morning here with Joe with Rocky Mountain Ranches, out to one of his elk properties, stomp around and see if we see anything. If not, we will change our gears later this evening and go back to the Antelope blind, and hopefully that country's dried up some. So we'll see what happens this morning. It's the end of the first evening here with Joe and Rocky Mountain Ranches. We spent some time today exploring. We just figured it'd be best to come back to the Antelope ground back here in the desert. We've been up on top of the hill here and we've already seen some good bucks. We're really just gonna hang out the rest of the night, watch the sunset. We got a couple time lapses going. In the morning we'll get out to the blind way before the sun comes up, see if we can get something to come to water. It's really dried out over just one day here. It's looking good. Hopefully with some heat tomorrow they'll get a little thirsty and come wander down to see us.
I'm Kent Claremont with Train to Hunt, and this is the Wilderness Athlete Minute. I'm going to give you a few tips on how to prepare for a desert hunt. So one big thing about the desert is that you're always going to be battling with dehydration. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of water. One sign of dehydration is going to be headaches. The next sign is going to be cramping. And thirdly, your urine is going to be yellow. Overhydration is if your urine is the same color as water and you're urinating often. You just want to drink to thirst. So make sure you have plenty of water, drink to thirst, and stay hydrated. So one way to really save a lot of time in your training is to do some interval training. This is a great way to build your stamina, your strength, your endurance, and all you want to do is just start right where you're at. I recommend putting heavy loads in your pack and doing an hour to 90 minutes of just long, steady walks with somewhere between 80 and 120 pounds in your pack, just to simulate that long pack out. Consider these tips to help you be more successful on your next hunt.
This segment brought to you by Hoyt. Get serious, get Hoyt.
2 here in Colorado, and we snuck in here this morning about 30-45 minutes before the sun came up. Waited out to get light, and that first light had a nice mule deer buck come in. Other than that, we're just waiting to see what will happen here this morning. Hopefully we'll get some antelope come in, and maybe I can get a shot at something. We'll see. Well, it just happened fast. We were sitting here just kind of in a daze, half asleep and fiddling around in the blind, and I just looked out the backside and didn't see anything. I went back to messing around, and I heard one little clunk. I looked at Joe, and Joe looked at me, and we both knew what was up. We kind of peeked our head out the blind, and there he was, right there, drinking water already, and I got enough time to double check my range. I knew it was close, and 22 yards, and kind of shaky, a little nervous, but finally settled down and took a deep breath, and my pin settled and let it fly. And thank goodness he's only about 100 yards from us right now. He laid down. We're definitely not going to push this guy. We're going to let him take his time and expire when he needs to. But man, what a rush. I still got the shake, so. That is sweet. It's my first antelope. I guess second thing with the bow. I shot a doe last year with Adam at Swanson Lake, and Joe invited me out this year to come out and teach and run some cameras, and it's been a great couple days. So I'm speechless, man. I'm glad it worked out the way it did. That's awesome. Well, it's just after lunch on our second day here in northern Colorado with Rocky Mountain Ranches, and was able to get it done. It all worked out here. It's hard to explain what I'm feeling right now. This is my second animal I've ever taken with the bow. It's an awesome feeling. It really is, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity that Joe has gave me here. Who knows, maybe we'll get out and see if Joe can stick one in the morning. So that was awesome.
That was awesome. That was a great shot.
Joe, you really have some awesome properties, and you do things a little different than most people do, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we focus on private land, non-guided hunts, and you know that gives people the ability to come out, do it on their own. Maybe they don't need a guide or don't want to incur the expense of a guide, but getting access to private land can be a good benefit sometimes, and that's basically what we focus on.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of different properties yesterday. You know, a lot of elk properties, but every one of them, they all have their own flavor. I got to come out and see a property that Adam and Dave are going to come out here at the end of the month and hunt with you.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Adam and Dave out here.
Yeah, they'll be out here towards the end of September and going to get out in elk woods and see what they can do here. And who knows, I may join them on that hunt and be the camera guy and go back to my original role and doing what I do. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys are welcome back anytime.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks again, man.
Thank you.
This segment brought to you by Rage Broadheads, leading the evolution in lethal technology.
Unfortunately, time came to an end for us on this trip. Joe had clients coming into town, and Chris and myself had to head towards Wyoming to film Trevin and Sean. Luckily for Joe, he was able to make it out on the last day of the season to try and fill his 2015 Colorado Antelope tag.
Well, It's the last day of archery antelope season. Finally got some time to sneak away. Came out here this morning. It was pretty cold, about 30 degrees. Just starting to warm up, starting to get some sun. It's about 8:30. Had a group of antelope come in. Nice little buck in there. Made a great shot. He didn't go 20 yards, and he's laying over there right now, so I'm pretty excited. Pretty fun hunt. A lot of sitting around waiting, but then when it happens, it gets real exciting real quick. And as usual, I did not see these animals coming in. I was messing around with the camera, and I looked out one of the holes, and I could see a doe staring right in the hole at me. And I didn't know if she could see me or not, but it's always one of those feelings like, oh boy, I'm busted. But luckily, she couldn't really tell what I was, and she eventually decided to come to the water, and then the whole group came in. The buck was the last one in, but a lot of fun.
Thanks for watching Outback Outdoors. We encourage you to comment below, and as always, like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.